This scandal is completely out of control. If the individual who's yeoman reporting on this pedophile ring is to be believed, the reason that the federal government has not yet gotten a hold of all of the people involved in this and brought them to justice is because 1/3 of the federal government is made up of satanic pedophiles. 1/3 of the federal government are involved in a satanic pedophile ring. This from a very prominent and a very credible reporter by the name of Liz Crokin. According to Crokin, 1/3 of the government, that's an entire branch, if you will, because we have the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial. But members of all three branches, but 1/3 of the federal government, are involved in ritualistic child abuse, pedophilia, child sex trafficking, murder, mutilation, and, if Crokin is to be believed, the harvesting of the organs of these children and the eating of their bodies in satanic, ritualistic ways. Folks, this is incredible, but it's something that you need to be made aware of, because we're trying to do everything in our power to bring these people to justice. But it may be out of control. The truth is about to be unsealed.
Wow.
Columnist and commentator Liz Crokin is fully committed to the theory that there is a massive global satanic pedophile ring run by high-ranking government officials, powerful business executives, and celebrities, which regularly engages in the ritual sexual abuse and murder of children. She says that President Trump's administration has been quietly working to break up this global pedophile cult, but has kept its success under wraps until it can properly prepare the American public to accept the horrible truth. What is happening is so abhorrent, so horrible, and so unbelievable, according to Crokin, that the Trump administration is working to slowly break the news to the public about how massive and rampant of a problem this is. Crokin said that the average person simply cannot comprehend the fact that 1/3 of the government is part of a satanic Illuminati cult that sexually abuses, kills, and eats children. But that's what these people do. She said the raping of children and the drinking of blood is a ritual they do, that this is their religion, that this is how they believe they obtain power. That's very hard for people to believe, she said, but we have learned from the Podesta emails that is exactly what is going on. She said it's very hard for the public to process, so President Trump and his people understand that they can't just come out and say, hey, 1/3 of the government is raping children and sacrificing them and drinking their blood, and they're Satanists. You can't just drop that bomb on people, according to Crokin. People can't process information like that. They need it in doses. They need to be conditioned and prepared. So what we have going on behind the scenes, according to Crokin, is that the Trump administration is slowly trying to condition the public and to prepare them for what's about to go down.
Here's something else that's going on behind the scenes, which a lot of people don't understand, is that the sex trafficking is so abhorrent, it's so horrible, it's so unbelievable. I believe that there's an orchestrated an orchestrated effort with the administration to slowly break the news to the public about how massive and rampant of a problem this is. It's very hard for most people to believe that someone could rape a child. It's hard for most people to believe that someone could rape like a young teen, let alone a child, a toddler, or an infant, okay? And it's even more hard for people to believe that someone could rape a child and then sacrifice that child and then eat that child and drink that child's blood. Unfortunately, that's what these people do. They're Satanists. Like the raping of the children and the drinking the blood, this is a ritual they do. This is their religion. This is how they believe they obtain power. They're members of the occult. They're members of the Illuminati. They're members of these creepy secret societies and group where they all worship Satan and Lucifer, Moloch, whatever you want to call it. And that is very hard for people to believe. But we did learn from the Podesta emails that that's exactly what's going on. These people are Satanists, and they are trafficking children, and they are going to spirit cooking dinners where they practice cannibalism and drinking blood and Lord knows what else. That's very hard for the public to process. It's very hard I cover this stuff nonstop, and I still can't process it. Like normal human beings with consciences, with souls, can't process this information easily at all. So President Trump and his people understand that they can't just come out one day and be like, oh, hey, 1/3 of the government is raping children and sacrificing them and drinking their blood and their Satanists. Like, you just can't drop that bomb on people. It's just people can't process that information like that. They need it in doses. They need to be conditioned. So what we have going on behind the scenes is that, this is what I believe, this is my opinion based off of my sources and my research, that the Trump administration is slowly trying to condition the public and to prepare them for what's about to go down. And what's about to go down is that these people involved in the elite sex trafficking and the pedophilia will all be thrown in jail.
One shocking place for many people to hear about pedophilia is within the government agencies they so blindly trust to take care of so much of our way of life. In 2012, investigations by Senator Charles Grassley dug into 1,700 ignored reports of Pentagon employees using child porn, with over 5,000 employees involved. It turns out that this is a recognized epidemic. Reports have been coming in for the past decade. We're in 2017 now, and until the Trump administration's crackdown, nothing had happened. Investigations were called off, with only 20% of the 264 people investigated being charged with anything. Why? The people in power don't want themselves exposed.
Murder of children. The murder.
More confronting still are claims that children were killed in order to protect this network of predators.
Shadow government, you need something so bad that everybody who's involved in it ever comes out will be destroyed, so that binds them all to the secrecy. So
They're gonna trust you if they ain't got no dirt on you.
Emails leaked to WikiLeaks by perhaps former DNC staffer Seth Rich. Has to wonder if John Podesta will be asked about the Pedogate scandal permeating Washington, D.C., the entire United States, and the world, for that matter. Will he be asked about his involvement in that scandal? Will he be asked about his relationship with his brother Tony Podesta and their alleged ties to the
Hastert connection with Podesta?
Well, I mean, Hastert
Confirmed child molester.
and best
Oh,
buddies
yeah.
with Podesta.
And former Speaker of the House.
And then you expand on
Ding,
that.
ding,
Well,
ding.
let's just do it step at a time, because
Okay.
this is really kind of important stuff. So that's all 100% true, right? So it's true that Hastert's in jail. It's true that Hastert is a known pedophile that a judge called a serial pedophile, right?
Yes.
That's true. It's 100%. It's true that Podesta was friends with Hastert. That's 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And then all this other stuff now becomes odd. Doesn't it become odd? And
Thousands of emails come out with them talking about we'll have the kids ready 6, 7, and 8 in the hot tub at this time.
Yep.
And they're
I didn't see anything like that.
oh, it gets really crazy.
Where did it say that?
It was in
Whose
the emails. There's freaking thousands of them.
But it's.
That's where you get so many of the elite being into it. But just as you said, you have the Republican establishment trying to get Hastert out of nowhere as a wrestling coach to run for office. Then reportedly he's the procurer, just like Penn State, and just like they had
Sandusky.
Sandusky and the underage, kids that they were quote mentoring, getting
Raping
farmed out to supposedly big donors.
9,
Which is
8-year-olds in the
this is-
shower.
And so there you have it, mi gente. I don't even know what to say. I debated making this video because I didn't know how such horrific information might be received, but you can see that I included some clips from previous videos of mine on this same subject. I haven't made one in a while, not because I stopped caring or stopped being interested or stopped following the story, but because it was taking quite a long time for the real arrests to get rolled up. I was wondering, when it was going to happen, and now we know why.